Andrew Scott is here. He stars as Gethin. Am I getting that right?
Gethin,
Gethin
right.
In the movie
said.
Pride.
Yeah.
A Welshman in London, a gay man in London, a man that is kind of not wanting to go back home because of...
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to go home. I think because of his lifestyle. I think he's. I always the thing that I found interesting about the part was that he is not a man who's struggling in any way with his sexuality at all. He's someone who's struggling with his nationality and with his position within his family. Right. So that's the thing that he's struggling with, and it's sort of a very interesting thing when you have 15 sort of leading gay characters that you can't play gay as whatever that expression means, So it's what was very interesting about it was that was to be able to play that feeling of loneliness and isolation that I think actually everybody feels in some way, and everybody has a connection to their home country and also to their family. So
that's a constant struggle, trying, feeling that you're not worthy, that you've disappointed your parents, that you've disappointed your siblings, friends, and whatever, and this,
or that they have disappointed him. Yeah, I think that's what he carries with him as well. A lot of anger and there's a sort of mysteriousness as to what the actual mechanics of the problem within his family are, and I like the fact that stays mysterious. So he's somebody who carries a well of sadness with him, but is no less passionate about the cause because of his apparent silence. He's not a character who's particularly flamboyant, and I like the fact that he isn't a flamboyant character. I think.
He's a character that's almost reluctantly drawn into everything. He allows his bookstore to be a base of operations, and more as things progress, he gets more and more involved until he actually steps up and actually recognizes and faces head on his inner turmoil.
Yeah, exactly, and that I think is a very common thing for a lot of people, that they find it difficult to express themselves, and the climate at the time was terrifying for both the gay community and the mining communities. They were bullied absolutely unapologetically by the press. Gay people were called the slime of society in the tabloids with absolutely no recrimination. They were called perverts. So to sort of be reluctant to speak up and to be silenced by that isn't surprising. So no wonder it was a time of great fear, not just for gay people but for straight people. They were almost brainwashed into. But if you were to read the press, you would think that there was something to be scared of.
Such power,
such
too,
extraordinary
unless
power.
You had enough of I don't know, the strength to not believe everything that you either saw on TV or heard on the radio or read. That wasn't considered propaganda. You could form your own opinion and take a side.
Yeah, absolutely right. So there's a wonderful representation of a parent in the movie where the mother says, she's concerned that her son is gay, and she says, it's a no life, and it's you have to lie all the time, and she's suspicious, and I like the fact that it's very sensitively played, because a mother at that time in the 80s, of course, would be worried if that's what she was reading in the papers. Of course, she would be worried about having a gay son. So that's why the fact that there's much more visibility now, and there's much that is revealed that there's absolutely nothing to be scared of or suspicious of is wonderful, and actually one of the main reasons that we wanted to make this film a mainstream film and not an art house film was that it's for everybody, and for those people who were parents in the 1980s, they're now grandparents, and that's really the demographic of audience that we want. We want people from age 19 to 90 to go and see the film, because it's a film, of course, it's about gay people and union politics, but it's absolutely about humanity, and it's a film for everybody, and a film that will really change people, I think, and I'm pleased that gay people are represented in the film as heroes to a certain degree, and that they're not overly sexualized the way that they can be in certain dramatic representations of them. That actually they're allowed to play other attributes that are, kindness and compassion and all those things that we all share as human beings.
Can you quickly tell me about your involvement with the film Frankenstein?
Yes, absolutely, I can.
Okay.
I can. Yeah,
We're going to get somebody coming.
Yeah. I can tell you a wee bit about it. It's a 20th Century Fox movie, and it stars Dan Radcliffe and James McAvoy, and I play Roderick Turpin, who in the grand scheme of things, if Frankenstein is about science versus religion, I play the religious guy, and it's quite a layered character, very very beautiful character. Sort of about grief and science and what we have to believe in order to survive.
Big struggles, whether it be man versus nature, man versus science, science versus religion, or just people versus people.
Yeah, it's the constant stuff of drama. Otherwise, we would have nothing to watch.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, Andrew Scott is Gethin in Pride. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Lovely talking to you.